Hey YouTube, this is Rescue Amusement Park Fan 62. It is Thursday, uh, February the 22nd at about 6:12. In today's video, this is my predictions for WWE's Elimination Chamber. Now, depending on where you are in the world looking at this video, it is going to be on Peacock and or um the WWE Network. So keep this in mind. Um, First off, now I don't know the correct order of this card, but the first one is Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax. Now, this is roughly about around a day's drive from where Rhea was born. So, as much as Nia has been recently, I see Rhea Ripley containing. The next is the Judgment Day versus Tyler Bates and Pete Dunne. They came up with their name. I forgot what their name was called. And I see those being the Judgment Day. I will do a video about Mania stuff too. So keep that in mind. Now we get to the two chamber matches. The first chamber match is the women's chamber match, which is Naomi versus Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair versus Tiffany Stratton versus Raquel Gonzalez. Now, this is for the who's going to face Rhea Ripley and or Nia Jax at WrestleMania. Put this in perspective, there is roughly around a little over a month between the Elimination Chamber and day one of WrestleMania / Stand and Deliver. So keep this in mind. Now, I have two picks who could possibly win this, and I will explain why. First off is Liv Morgan. Now, the reason why I say Liv Morgan in this scenario is because Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley have history. If you go back last year, they were a tag team and they won the women's tag titles. They fought at WrestleMania 38, and so much more. And then Rhea turned on Liv and took Liv off the shelf for around 6 months to a year. So she was not able to live at WrestleMania last year. So now the other one is Becky Lynch. Now, the reason for Becky is because they have been teasing Becky versus Rhea. Becky has been known to fight a lot of the hard hitters in the women's division. So she has fought Charlotte Flair numerous times. She has fought, I believe she has fought Ronda Rousey. She's fought, I believe she fought. Yeah, she fought and beat Bianca Belair, and so much more. So, if I had to guess between the two, as much as I like Liv Morgan, I'm going to say Becky Lynch. Next one is the men's Elimination Chamber match. Now, the winner of this match is going on to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for his title. And this is Kevin Owens versus LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley versus Logan Paul. Now, notice something. Also, I forgot to mention as well, Randy Orton. Um, so notice in that you have one Raw star versus everybody else is SmackDown. So logically, it's going to be Drew McIntyre. Now, in this somewhere, you're going to have the Grayson Waller effect. Now, with special guests Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. So, as we all know, some wacky shenanigans is going to happen with that. Um, I don't know how I feel about that. Um, but it should be a good show. Um, I'm not fond on the time with it. It starts at 5 a.m. here on the East Coast, 2 a.m. on the West Coast, um, and midnight in certain areas. So keep that in mind. So there you go. Other than Rhea and Grayson, it sucks there's not as many Australian wrestlers on this show. Um, Bronson Reed would have been a good one, but I know the reason why he is not because his wife is welcoming their first child. Um, I do feel bad for um, Indy Hartwell because she's from around that area in New Zealand. So was um, Bronson Reed. So overall, this looks like a great show, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens and what is going to happen on the road to WrestleMania.